Step 7. Get the horizontal input from the user. Let's go ahead and preview this to see the difference between the last step. Okay, so let's go to the previous step, transfer the player to the right using a speed variable, and the next one, get the horizontal input from the user. Okay, we aren't actually doing anything different yet because it's not until the following step where we will actually use the horizontal input. And this is where we gain control. So before that, we have to actually get the horizontal input, but we're not going to use it yet. Okay, so the objective is to get the horizontal input value. Now we are successfully moving to the right at an acceptable speed, but we still need to allow the user to control the player ship. In order to access the user input, we need to use the input class. The input class combines the input from many types of controls, like a keyboard, mouse, a joystick, or gamepad. It maps the controller values into a named axis that we can access easily. For the left and right movement, we will use the horizontal axis. The horizontal axis maps to the left and right arrow keys, or A and D if you're using the WASD input for a keyboard. Go ahead and try to store the horizontal input into a variable named horizontal input. Okay, so we need to create a variable named horizontal input. Let me see what we can type here. Okay, it's telling me to type float. Horizontal input equals, the hint says to search online for Unity horizontal input. We'll go ahead and click this and go to the docs, and it's saying go to the input get access. If I look at the code examples, see the float, get access vertical, here's a horizontal example. Okay, so that's exactly what I need right here. So we need input dot get access, and we tell it to use horizontal. There we go. Correct the mistakes. Now it's time to correct the mistakes. Okay, so I need to look for any mistakes in my code. Well, first of all, that's supposed to be a float called, what was it called? So if I try, horizontal input. There we go. What else is wrong? Input get access horizontal, that's right. Okay, it could be in this bottom line somewhere. Time.input, that should be delta time. Spell it correctly. There we go. Now we want to understand the code. In order to get the user input, we need to use the blank class, input class, to get the user input. The blank method will return a value between -1 and +1. Well, the only thing in here that returns a value is the get access method. Get access horizontal will return 0.5 if the user pushes the joystick halfway to the right, which is a blank value. So it seems to be talking about the 0.5 f, which is a float value. So that is why we used float and not integer. The blank axis will be -1 for left input, which is the A key, or +1 for right input, the D key. Okay, so that is the horizontal axis. The blank now holds the left and right input value. Oh, that would be the variable horizontal input.